This is a V4 Crossflow Evinrude. This particular one's a 1990 115 Evinrude. The basic design of this motor started in 1958. They produced the last one in 1998. You probably made more of these motors than any other kind of outboard, no matter what the manufacturer is. Very, very well thought of outboard, very reliable. Now, the 1958 motor is totally different than the 1998, but the basic design and configuration, and what we call them is 90-degree crossflow. Crossflow because it's a V4, X-flow because the way the fuel is inducted into the cylinders. So that's what mechanics basically talk about when they say, oh, X-flow. Well, it's a crossflow. Most people just know it as a 115. They made them in 1958, they made a 50 horsepower. In the modern times, it's basically 88 through 140 horsepower. So many variations in design, but basically, every design change was refining this motor, making it better. So what you know by something made for a long time is they were making money on it, which means they didn't have a lot of recalls. They were popular, a lot of people were buying them, all good things. Another thing is parts availability are fantastic on these motors, even though they don't make Evinrudes anymore. They just made this motor with very little design change so often, there's so many of them, there's lots of not only used parts, but a lot of the aftermarket companies make parts for this motor because they know they're going to sell a lot of them. So a great motor, reliable, very simple. We do a lot of them because people maybe had one for 30 years and they said, hey, it ran great. I want a remanufactured version of the same motor. So they're happy with it. We actually have a friend with a 1958 that's still running today. I don't think it's ever been rebuilt. So he's very happy with it. And so that's a lesson learned about when you're looking at motors. If it's widely produced, that's a very good sign.
Okay. Looking at a 1958 Feathercraft model deluxe flipper, powered by a 1958 Johnson V450. This motor represents the very first use of a V4 configuration in an outboard motor ever. Like I said, 1958. The boat is also 58, been restored, and this motor has remained essentially unchanged until almost 1990. A lot of improvements, obviously.